Hi, friends. So this is Orbital Overdrive. I had started and had every intention of making a video about this game. But as I got to about the 75% completion rate of said video, it felt disingenuous. That's not creating a script for a video and reading it over gameplay is not my style. It doesn't feel right. So I figured we'd just sit down and actually take a look at the game in real time and kind of show you what I like about this, what is piquing my interest, and what is going to keep me coming back for more. So first and foremost, Orbital Overdrive comes from Horsefly Games, Coyote Time Publishing. I believe, maybe we can check this real quick, it might be a single person. Yeah, Juho Kurokoski. Sorry, I butchered that. With some help visual effect wise, testing. But yeah, it's a single dev. Your controls are pretty basic. It is a twin stick shooter in the vein of things like Geometry Wars and Sektori. So it is right up my alley. And it's pretty straightforward. We're just going to hop into a normal game right now. Okay. Now, first and foremost, the big major difference is you're on a more of a like 3D sphere sort of plane here. You'll see these enemies start popping in, right? They are the white bordered enemies. That's also filling up a bar around the planet. The white bar is our wave bar. As we start taking out enemies, that's going to fill up. When that completes, we're done with wave 1. You also have the little brown bar that's completing as well, or orange, whatever color you want to call that. That is your upgrades. So if you've played Sektori, is like my main comparison point for this, you're going to be familiar with the upgrade system. So you'll see it on the left and right hand sides of the screen. Right now it's set on armor and fill secondary. So if I hit that left button, that's going to fill my armor up. Okay? If I hit the right button right now, that's going to increase my fire rate. So you're kind of choosing between the two sides as you go. And I'm probably just going to die here because I'm more just explaining things. So no indication of gameplay. So that's going to be your main like sticking points as you play for increasing your abilities. Okay, so there's a run, but there's a lot more to get into. I didn't want to hit just yet. So you'll see at the end of a run, right, top there, you get your final score. Final score gets fed into your overall level. As your level increases, you're going to get more unlocks. And what do I mean by unlocks? Let's go check out the loadout. So you have 6 different pilots. They all have different stats. You start with Froggo. I've unlocked Hornhead so far. And then these are going to be, let's see, rank. Once I get to rank competent, proficient, skilled, and capable, I'll start unlocking these guys. You also have different ships. So I have the first 3 here. Doesn't say how we unlock these ones, but I'm using Jerk 1. It's quite a bit of offense, not a lot of vitality, so don't get hit. You have Ship Comp. So these are AI companions. I believe comp stands for companion. These are going to give like different stat boosts based on which one you pick. So Senemies, right? There's absolutely nothing special about me except for my battery. Hooked me up for an integrity bump, so that gives you an integrity bump. NASA, dash like you mean it. I'll keep the combo count climbing. All you have to do is keep slamming into things. Stats dash into enemies, rack up hits. When the dash ends, your combo totals into bonus points. PMEs, throttle to the max, push you past your limit. Speed boost to the throttle. I'm currently using that one. That's a speed boost. Actually, I'm going to turn on this 20% off in all shops, and we'll get to shops in a second. So we have deck. So I just unlocked this. Actually, funnily enough, when I was recording a video for this look at the game, I didn't have this unlocked, so I couldn't really speak to this in the video. So this is just another set of stat boosts that you can have. As you defeat bosses, you'll unlock more slots for your cards, and the slots and the cards themselves, earn cards by reaching higher waves, unlock slots by defeating bosses. There you go. Tech points, this is pretty straightforward. Pretty much every level up you get, you're going to get a tech point. They are super easy to reset and cost nothing. You just hit the reset button down here, and you can respec, which is great for when you're changing out your build. Then we have power. So I have some available energy right now. I'm going to throw a little bit more into primary damage. So I've unlocked at least one reserve battery that boosted up my available energy. There's just so many different ways that you can perfectly spec out your points. It really gives you a sense of like controlling your gameplay. I really like it. If you look at something like Sektori, I think Sektori takes a step in the right direction with the decks that you can build in that game, but it is completely tied to your special power-ups, whereas this, you really have the ability to fine-tune your ship to exactly what you want it out the gate, which I like. So let's go begin another run. I'm going to try and show you guys something. Well, I'm definitely going to show you something a little different about Orbital Overdrive. So, perfect. So you see supply drop incoming, and that green thing came in. Where did that go? That went to the inverse side. So in this inverse side, these are your supply drops. They're going to drop down here, give you secondary ammo, overdrive refill, and integrity. What you might notice on the top, way up on the top, it says 111. That's my score. As I spend time in this area, my score is going to decrease. Now, there's very rarely any sort of enemies here. Those buzzsaws are always going to be here. And there are very specific things you need to come down here to do. And we'll get to that in just a moment, hopefully. So I grabbed full overdrive. I'm going to get back out of here by pressing Y again. Oops, I just dashed. Oh yeah, there's a dash. We forgot to talk about the dash. All right, extraction. So I'm going to pop back in here. See, there's a few more buzzsaws now. We're going to grab this guy, pop back out, and we want to bring him to an extraction zone. Bam. We lost our multiplier, but we got a nice little score bonus. Okay, lore token. I'm still not sure how you collect lore tokens. I think you have to shoot them and then shoot other things. Don't know. Okay, so big rocks. We're going to use... Oh, I don't have a dash. Oh, God. Okay, I totally fucked that up. That's fine. This is another thing you do on the underside here. This is a upgrade blitz. You're going to have a set amount of time to destroy all of these little upgrade canisters. If you do that, you are going to get an upgrade at the end of the wave. Okay, here's another thing for the inverse side. We saw this thing in the last run, but it seemingly takes no damage if you're to shoot it, right? Hop into the other side. It's got its own little thing there. Bam, it's gone. So it's kind of like a mini-boss. Oops, supply drop. We definitely need some integrity, so let's dip in there when we can. Where's the supply? They only gave us one, but that's fine. Some integrity. We do have an overdrive, which I'm probably going to use in a second, because an overdrive is really good for rebuilding health, so let's go and do that. You'll notice, so it slows down, we get increased fire rate, and as you shoot the enemy, you're going to increase your integrity as well. So we've finished our first run. We're in a shop now. Right before this shop, we would have saw an upgrade boost choice if we had properly done the upgrade blitz. It would have been like, let's say, critical rate, fire rate, and integrity. And you get a small boost to whichever one you choose. Now, you're going to see things like secondary weapons, stat boosts, increased number of shots, that sort of thing, all in here. So let's try... Let's try a reroll, honestly. Small upgrade to everything. I can't afford that. I also feel like multi-tool is a shout out to Destiny. Love me the Mida multi-tool. Double your dash speed for only 240. That seems worth it. 10% armor minus 10% dodge. We're going to go with that. Reroll. 400 for 5% movement speed. Absorb 2 hits before you start taking damage. We can't afford that. Medkit, fully restore your integrity. That we don't need. I always try to make sure I check my integrity before we're going into the shop. It is basically full right now. I'm going to do one more reroll. What I'm always looking for is a secondary shot. It's like Proton or something like that. It increases the number of shots you have in your basic attack, which is like the full upgrade on the right-hand side. But let me tell you, that is hard to get to. All right, let's go to inverse because we have an extraction and a supply drop. We are going to hit the supply drop because I want to try and collect things for overdrive. Overdrive in this particular ship is huge because I have regeneration set so high. So we're going to regenerate all of our health when we're in overdrive mode. And that's big because we don't have a lot of integrity. All right, let's extract this guy. Nice little spore boost. I'm going to go ahead and overdrive. Since there's a lot of enemies on the screen and it's pretty early in the wave, I feel like... Oh, I'm going to... Okay. Let's see if we can get our upgrade boost here. So as you can see, you can toggle between areas in overdrive. Okay, upgrade blitz successful. So we'll get to see that at the end. We have a new type of enemy here. I haven't really showed you guys the dash, but... there is also kind of like a run. Let's call it a run button, I guess. Where you... Let me see if I can find a good time to use it. You kind of turn yourself into a dart and you can escape easily. That took me forever to even realize was there, so I do want to shout that out because it can be huge for escaping a crap ton of enemies that suddenly surround you. Pretty good multiplier going right now. Nice. Okay. New gear. So here we go. Choose an upgrade. This is because we did the upgrade blitz. We're gonna pick range. Add 2.5% to fire rate, plus 10% regeneration, 5% fire rate, minus... Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And I'm going to reroll. 10% armor bonus. Reroll. %10 regeneration, 10% dodge, 0.5 primary, 5% fire rate. I don't like it. Extend damage radius of dash. Adds a healing pad on the orbital. That's the orbit. That's huge. So that's going to add a little pad that we can heal on. Now, there's something I should mention. So the score. The score is your wallet. The score is also what you use to upgrade your overall level, right? So I am spending a lot of score early on. That's kind of been my general play style. Spend your score early on, and that's going to allow you to really increase your score later in the game. We'll see if that works. I'll also increase integrity by 5. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm just praying that we get an extra bullet. Nothing. Okay. Okay, so that is our heal station now. I am trying to save my upgrade for adding a projectile. You'll notice it's been quite some time, and I'm still working on that. I could, like, restore integrity. I can upgrade crit chance, add dash slots. Nope, I want a second shot in my fire. Especially if we can find an extra shot in the shop, and then we can have 3. They haven't given me... Oh, okay, I missed that there's an extraction. That's fine. Let's come in here and see if we can grab some overdrive. No overdrive in there, so I'm dipping out. Okay, so progression lock. That means that there's an enemy over here. Let's do upgrade blitz first. Nice. So you'll see there's this thing. It's progression locking me, which means that if I come into here, it's not going to take away my score, which is nice. I want that healing pad. Oh, add projectile. Let's go. Okay. That's huge. So now fire rate. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I could use a little integrity. Okay, cool. Primary damage, please. Oh, let's grab a turret. Precision pulse? Nope, that's not the one I want. Had 5% chance to dodge incoming hits. Reroll. I'll buy a dash reload, sure. I'm just looking for more fire. Secondary. Oh, dash slow. Oh, can't afford it. Laser whip. Okay, let's go ahead and buy a secondary weapon. That way we can check that out. So, I hadn't really talked about this. Your right trigger is your secondary weapon. By default, it's rapid fire. But, let's get back up here. Check this out. Now I have a laser whip, although I don't really have a lot of damage set up for my secondary weapon because I don't really use it. That's just my play style. I have a feeling that I'm going to eventually start unlocking much better secondary weapons, and I'm going to change my mind on that. For now, I pretty much only see the laser whip. Extract. Oh, these guys like suck up and... Oh, okay. Integrity. I have integrity. There's a lore token activating. I collected the... Okay, yeah, you shoot the lore token. Note. Upgrade blitz. Where is it? Failure. Okay, some overdrive tokens. good on integrity right now. I could use secondary ammo, I guess. Not that we're really going to use it. Oh. Don't like that these things shoot. Progression locking, get in there. Let's show you dash. There's your dash. Pretty dope. Might get another projectile. Because I'm being a good boy about not using the upgrade path. I've never gotten 3 projectiles. That'd be wild. Just keeping an eye on it. Okay. Integrity looks good. Again, we're pretty much just looking... Yeah, plasma bolt. All right. And, that's it. I'm just going to hop right back in. Okay. I've definitely never gotten 4, so that would be dope. We are going to come up on what I would call a boss in a minute, hopefully. The game calls them beasts, and I'm fairly certain they are the game's bosses. That's what I would consider them to be. I think we're going to have to wait to see like a little yellow... this guy. Okay, so I think if I destroy this, it activates the beast. This is the beast. So I think this would be our first boss. I'm so glad that I actually decided to do this a few days after actually getting... Oh, God. Let me rephrase that. I'm so glad I waited to record this video a few days until I actually could successfully get to the boss on most runs. Because I was doing pretty bad at first, not gonna lie. I think the first time I made it to this boss, I died within about 3 seconds of seeing him. All I'm doing is shooting towards him and making sure that I don't get hit. I don't care about actually aiming. You'll notice that progression is locked, so I'm not losing score right now, which is nice. If I needed to... Oh, shit. If I needed to, I could pop back... I don't know why I didn't do it instead of just saying it. I could have popped back out, used my integrity pad, popped back in. So not horrible, right? It looks like we did... we got a tech point for our loadout here, which I've just been dumping everything into regeneration. So that's overall Orbital Overdrive. I've kind of been getting sucked into it. There's gonna be DLC at some point, which is cool. I have no idea what that's gonna be. I've barely gotten through this to unlock a bunch of shit. Lore, I've got a couple of verses, I guess. And there's a shit ton of achievements. I've got 42 out of 100. So yeah. Orbital Overdrive, it comes out on the 17th. I'm gonna do that super professional thing where I look up I just want to see if it's going to be on any other platforms. I'm pretty sure it's only going to be on Steam. Yeah, looks like just Steam. There is a demo on Steam, so I can't recommend grabbing that enough just to see if you're really feeling it. And yeah, thank you so much for the code, Coyote Time Publishing and Horsefly Games. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Great job. You guys knocked it out of the park. You knocked it out of the park. I'll see you guys soon, and you'll probably catch Orbital Overdrive on the channel at some point. So take it easy, guys.